2017 Volkswagen Tiguan review. After a successful run of the first-generation Volkswagen Tiguan, launched in 2007, the second generation of Germany's best-selling SUV is now in the starting blocks, based on the promising new MQB platform that was recently laid out across manufacturers that are part of the immense Volkswagen Group. The 2017 Volkswagen Tiguan is certain to introduce new levels of comfort and space in the SUV segment, as well as upgrades on the technical aspects of the car. With a long wheelbase version scheduled to launch next year and the possible GT version still in the pipeline, there are plenty of things to look forward to for loyal Volkswagen Tiguan customers. We headed out to the freezing province of Lapland, northern Sweden, to test drive the new 2017 Volkswagen Tiguan, while also granted the opportunity to thoroughly test its 4Motion all-wheel drive system. The SUV segment is a booming worldwide market, showing current annual sales figures of over 8 million vehicles a year. Expected to rise another 9% by 2018 to annual sales of 9 million vehicles, Volkswagen refuels the intense competition between car manufacturers in this particular segment by introducing a new generation Volkswagen Tiguan. Production of the previous generation Volkswagen Tiguan peaked in 2014, with the Volkswagen plants producing an impressive 500,000 Tigans throughout that year. Following the massive production rate, Volkswagen earned and maintained first place in most registered SUVs in Germany for many consecutive months afterwards. If there weren't already enough reasons to introduce a new Tiguan, seeing the incredible success of the first generation Tiguan, increasing demand and rising competition, after a run of 7 years it's simply time for something fresh and new. And let's be honest here, Volkswagen could use a big win right now. The new Volkswagen Tiguan might just be that push in the back that the German automaker needs to make people forget about last year's ordeal and reassure their position at the top of the automotive world. With all that being said, Volkswagen have stated that the introduction of the 2017 Volkswagen Tiguan marks the start of a global SUV offensive. The 2017 Volkswagen Tiguan knows several different versions itself, partly made possible by the new MQB platform. For Chinese and American markets, it's a long wheelbase version of the new Tiguan that is set to boost sales. While in Europe customers tend to favor a compact SUV over a larger one, Chinese and American customers prefer more spacious SUVs. Logically so, the long wheelbase version of the new Volkswagen Tiguan will be reserved for those markets and is expected to make an introduction in spring 2017. What about the Volkswagen Tiguan GTE? First on display at the 2015 I, it seems like Volkswagen will be expanding their GTE line to their SUV models, starting with the 2017 Volkswagen Tiguan. Because the in Frankfurt presented GTE acts as a concept car, it remains uncertain whether the Volkswagen Tiguan will actually walk down the GTE path. However, looking at what the competition is up to recently, it would seem logical for Volkswagen to bring GTE versions to their SUV models. The fact list of the possible future Tiguan GT reveals a 160 kilowatts, 218 PS plug-in hybrid powertrain capable of driving the almost standard stretch of 50 km in E-mode, a stated 1.9-liter, 100 km fuel economy potentially makes the Tiguan GTE far superior to its combustion engine relatives in terms of fuel efficiency. Partly responsible for the GTE's fuel economy, is the new developed solar roof that empowers the Tiguan GT's batteries even more. Exterior. Volkswagen's MQB platform is said to improve all aspects of the new Tiguan. Volkswagen's latest addition to the SUV range makes a sportier appearance, lost a little bit of weight and promises an enhanced driving experience. The new Tiguan sits lower than its predecessor, is slightly longer while also being a tad wider than the previous generation Tiguan. The added 60 mm to the car's length provides room for a longer wheelbase as well. which has increased by 77 mm. The reduced CD rate of the new Tiguan, which reads 0.31, comes as a natural result of improved aerodynamics following the slight alternations to the SUV's bodywork. Arriving at the front end of the new Tiguan, the car makes a wider appearance due to the increased physical width and alignment of both grille and headlights. The optional full LED headlights come standard with the Highline package, accentuating the car's front even more. Also part of the Tiguan's design evolution is the slightly higher placed V-shaped bonnet and higher positioned waistline. The new Tiguan has sharper design edges in general as opposed to its predecessor, a design evolution similar to that of the Golf 6 being followed by the Golf 7. This is especially visible at the Tiguan's rear, with taillights similar to those of the latest Volkswagen Golf. All around, the new design reflects a sharper and sportier looking car, and an SUV that is clearly part of the Volkswagen family. Interior. Heading inside the new Tiguan, we find a completely redesigned interior that is characterized as sportive yet SUV conscious. At first sight, it's a clean design that is very much driver oriented, with the center screen, synonym slightly altered towards the driver's seat. While the digital instrument panel comes as an option, it enhances the driver's experience even further with the likes of a 12.3-inch active info display. Configurable to one's preferences, the active info display provides the driver with a navigation overview favorable over the display positioned in the center dashboard. The new Tiguan comes standard with a 5-inch monochrom infotainment touch display, while the Volkswagen Tiguan Trendline and Highline models receive a 5-inch color display. Optional packages such as the Composition Media Radio System or the range-topping Discover Pro Radio Navigation System feature an enlarged 8-inch touchscreen. The 2017 Volkswagen Tiguan also introduces internet connectivity for the first time, while simultaneously integrating the driver's smartphone with its extensive infotainment system. MirrorLink, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto take the user experience of the new Tiguan to a next level, while their own media control app is also available. Depending on which boxes are ticked on the options list, Tiguan owners are able to check the vehicle's status, allocate its exact location or preheat the car while it's parked using a smartphone. Additionally, there is the clever interface box tucked away in the car, in which a smartphone can be placed and charged at the same time without using any cables. As far as safety and assistance systems go, Volkswagen have got you covered with several standard systems, standard on the Trendline base version that is, such as the Front Assist Surroundings Monitoring System, which includes city emergency braking and pedestrian monitoring features. A lane departure warning system is standard on the new Tiguan as well, while the new MQB platform also equips the new Tiguan with an automatic post-collision braking system as standard. Were you to go with the Comfortline variant, the safety features of the Tiguan are expanded with a driver alert system. The Highline variant has Volkswagen's Adaptive Cruise Control, ACC, on top of that, which is additionally equipped with a traffic jam assist. Other driver's assistance systems that form the comprehensive options list are the side assist for changing lanes, pre-crash proactive occupant protection that automatically closes all of the car's windows and tightens the seat belts, an emergency assist that recognizes an unresponsive driver and will bring the car to an automatic stop, and finally the 360-degree camera finishes the option list for safety and driver assistance systems. A novelty on the new Tiguan is Volkswagen's new 3-zone automatic climate control system, enabling drivers to adjust temperatures individually for each passenger. It's the air quality sensor and biogenic filter keeping pollutants from entering the car that currently make the Tiguan's climate control system so unique. On the comfort side of things, the Tiguan introduces redesigned seats that include a memory function for both the driver and front passenger seats. Optionally, the front seats are equipped with 4-way lumbar support as well as a massage function. The interior of the Tiguan is finished in style with an optional panoramic tilting sunroof that has integrated ambient lighting. Drivetrains. The 2017 Volkswagen Tiguan will be available with 4 gasoline and 4 diesel engines. The engines come turbocharged as standard, while also being equipped with a stop-start system and battery regeneration function. Starting with Tiguan's TSI engines, the least potent engine produces 92 kilowatts, 125 PS, while the most powerful engine in the TSI range outputs 162 kilowatts, 220 PS. The TDI range starts with the 85 kilowatts, 115 PS version, while the 176 kilowatts, 240 PS engine tops the diesel range. Both base versions of the Tiguan are equipped with front-wheel drive, while all the other versions are fitted with the 4Motion all-wheel drive (AWD) system as either an option or a standard. The Tiguan's previous Euro 5 4-cylinder engines are replaced with new 4-cylinder engines, accomplishing a 24% increase in fuel economy compared to the retired engines. In the light of empowering the second-generation Tiguan's dominance, new upgraded Euro 6 engines are introduced. Previously it was the 150 PS TSI engine that topped the range, while the new Tiguan offers 2 TSI engines that are, with 180 PS and 220 PS respectively, significantly more powerful than the 150 PS engine that powered the most compelling first-generation Volkswagen Tiguan. The same trend goes for the TDI engines available, with the previously most powerful TDI engine, producing 184 PS, now improved and capable of producing 190 PS. Volkswagen have managed to squeeze even more power out of the new 2.0-liter diesel engines, by making a 240 PS bi-turbo TDI engine available to future customers. Linked to the most powerful engines is Volkswagen's 7-speed dual-clutch DSG transmission, while the Tiguan's base models are fitted with a 6-speed manual. The 7-speed DSG transmission shifts through gears seamlessly and at the same time gives the driver a sense of control, offering both normal and sport shifting modes. 4Motion all-wheel drive Tiguan's fitted with Volkswagen's 4Motion AWD system gain 11 mm more ground clearance in comparison to the vehicles that are only powered at the front wheels. Moreover, Volkswagen takes special orders from customers that prefer a special off-road front end, increasing the SUV's approach angle by 7.3 degrees. What's new is the 4Motion active control system, specifically designed for Volkswagen's AWD vehicles. The active control lets the driver choose from 4 driving modes, comprising of regular, asphalt, snow, off-road and individual. As per usual, the last option lets drivers configure driving settings to their own preferences. Fitted with a 5th-generation Haldex coupling, the 4Motion system actively distributes power to all 4 wheels before the car slips. As per standard, the 4Motion only engages the front wheels to save on fuel, but in order to prevent loss of traction in certain situations, the rear axle is engaged immediately. Driving experience. Arvidsjaur, Sweden is a true favorite among car manufacturers to expose their newly developed vehicles to the freezing cold conditions and test their capabilities on both ice and snow. Almost all large German brands seem to have a base in the cold Lapland region, just over 100 kilometers south of the polar circle. And for legitimate reasons, I would say. So if you're wondering where many of those winter spy shots come from, now you know. Early in the morning we were handed the keys to a 150 PS Tiguan TDI, with the navigation pinpointed on a nearby hill that overlooks the surrounding region. Getting into the car, the first thing I notice is the clean and orderly interior that I have come to know from modern-day Volkswagens. The sharp lines from the exterior we similarly find back in the interior, giving the interior of the new Tiguan a modern and premium look. Due to the car's new design, The rear seat passengers enjoy more legroom, and all around it feels like the car is a spacious place to be in. This also translates to the luggage space in the back, increased by 145 liters compared to its predecessor. The center console looks organized and features all the necessary buttons, and the same goes for the center dash. I'm personally a huge advocate for the more you can incorporate into the infotainment system, the better, while reserving separate buttons for the more important functions deserving of one. A nice example is the fact that apparently Volkswagen refuses to dump the dated CD player, which is fine, and tucked it away in the dashboard compartment instead. On our way up the hills, I immediately noticed the car's stability. The new Tiguan handled the icy roads very well in normal mode, impressively so. Engaging snow mode using the knob in the mid-console, the 4-motion AWD system is provided with more grip, at the cost of slightly slower gear changes. The car feels now even more secure, although I didn't find the difference between snow mode and normal mode that significant. That's however a testament to the driving characteristics of the car when driving in normal mode. The Tiguan found its way to the top of the local viewpoint smoothly, without any loss of traction. Going downhill went just as comfortably, as we continued our journey to our next destination. Called the Playground, Volkswagen had set up a temporary base with an adjacent ice track, small drag strip and slalom. The carved-out track was specifically created for testing the Tiguan's 4-motion AWD, and not so much for setting the best lap time. Fun fact: the Tiguan's extensive infotainment system does feature a lap timer. The numerous curves, bends and differences in altitude formed a perfect testing ground for the Tiguan, and I believe I made good use of that opportunity. The first lap was done in normal mode, which went quite fluently. On an off-road track you are a bit more liberated in really putting the car to the test, as opposed to test driving on slippery open roads. As a result, it didn't take long before I had the car sliding through curves, bringing its sporty character to life.